as it rightly said that justice is delayed, then justice is denied. This quote is apt with the Indian judiciary, as we can see that there are lakhs of cases which are pending in Indian judiciary. Hello and welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about appointment of ad hoc judges and what Supreme Court has to say about this thing. So this session is important for your GS 2 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we'll have discussion on how are ad hoc judges appointed, then we are going to discuss about that when such kind of judges are appointed, and then what about the allowance, then we are going to discuss about the latest order stay, that what latest orders say about this thing, and then we are going to discuss about that do we have any prior instances about the appointment of ad hoc judges, and then practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TIAS channel. Moving towards to the news part. So the news is that on 30th of January, Supreme Court had allowed that High Court should have ad hoc judges because there are lakhs of cases which are pending into the High Courts. But here there is a twist that Supreme Court had allowed that they will deal with only criminal cases. And when we are talking about the appointment of ad hoc judges, then we cannot miss a case which is Lok Prahari versus Union of India. So we are also going to discuss the features of this Lok Prahari versus Union of India case and what different Supreme Court has dealt this time. So coming to the next one, which is about the Drishti IAS Noida address. So our Drishti IAS Noida address is C171/2, Block A, Sector 15, Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Nearest metro station is Noida, Sector 15. And we have IAS-GS Foundation courses in both the medium, Hindi medium and English medium. So these are the details of the English medium and Hindi medium. So if you want to know more information about such classes, you can call on to the number 87501. So coming to the discussion part. So the first of discussion is about how are ad hoc judges appointed. And when we are discussing about the appointment of ad hoc judges, we cannot forget Article 224A. And according to Article 224A, there will be appointment of ad hoc judges in high courts. So the Article 224 introduced by the 15th Amendment 1963 allows the appointment of retired judges to high courts with their consent and precedent's approval. So this is about the memorandum of procedures, and that memorandum of procedures outlines that in which manner the appointment of ad hoc judges will take place. So first we need consent of the retired judges, then we need the higher court Chief Justice recommends the name and tenure to the state Chief Minister, then Chief Minister forwards it to the Governor who sends it to the Union Law Minister, then Union Law Minister consults the CJI, Chief Justice of India, and sends it to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister advises the President who approves the appointment, and the Chief Minister issues the final notification in the Gazette of India. So here we can see that we have so many stakeholders when we come to the appointment of ad hoc judges in high courts. We have Prime Minister, we have Law Minister, we have President, we have Chief Minister, we have Governor, we have High Court Chief Justice. So this is about the in which manner how ad hoc judges are appointed to the High Court, and you should not forget this Article 224A. Coming to the next one. Next one is about when can such appointments be made. So in Lok Prahari, Supreme Court highlighted the need of ad hoc judges to address the judicial vacancies, and there were so many things related that when ad hoc judges will be appointed. So here what we can see that there are key conditions for appointment of ad hoc judges. So when there will be a backlog of many cases, pending cases, So in order to deal with all those pending cases, there will be appointment of the ad hoc judges, and here we have few other criterias. Vacancies exceed 20% of the sanctioned strength, cases pending over 5 years in specific category, more than 10% of the total cases pending for over 5 years, and case clearance rate is lower than the rate of new filings. So these are the conditions and criterias, and if we are meeting these criteria, then we'll have appointment of ad hoc judges. However, we have some changes in this scenario. Now we'll discuss about what about allowances. So according to the Lok Prahari cases, what we have seen that the Supreme Court ruled that the judges allowances will be same as the normal judges who are permanent judges, and here we can see that their payments will be drawn from the Consolidated Fund of India, and they will be also given rent-free accommodation, and in place of rent-free accommodation, if anyone wants to take allowances, renting allowances, then housing allowances will also given to them. So this is about that. The only twisting point is that they are not given the pensions. So except pensions, everything is same. So here we'll discuss about that. What does the latest order say? So the latest order say that we have 62 lakhs pending cases in high courts as of January 2025 data, and including 18.2 lakh criminal, 44 lakh civil cases, including 44 lakh civil cases. And what are the key changes this time we have? So the key changes we have is that 20% vacancy has been changed, and right now the Supreme Court has given a greater flexibility by dealing with the what we can see here, like lakhs of 62 lakh cases are pending, and among 62 lakhs 18.2 are the criminal cases. So in order to deal with the criminal cases, Supreme Court has given the relaxation. So now this 20% vacancy condition is not applicable, and here are some other condition. Ad hoc judges will only hear criminal appeals and must be a part of bench led by the sitting judge, and their number cannot exceed 10% of the High Court sanctioned strength. It means that every High Court can have 2 to 5 judges. So this is the thing, and this move is aimed to reduce the pending cases. So this is about what the latest order says about. So we had removed this 20% vacancy condition, and here there is that they should not exceed the 10% of the judges strength, so that we can only appoint 2 to 5 cases, 2 to 5 ad hoc judges into the High Courts. So here High Court is also key point. Now we'll have discussion on how there been prior instances of such appointment or not. So have there been prior instances? So here we have 3 instances. So one instance is in 1972, Justice Suraj Bhan was appointed to the Madhya Pradesh High Court shortly after his retirement to adjudicate election petitions. Similarly, we can see Justice P. Venugopal was also appointed in Madras High Court in 1982, and in 2007, Justice O.P. Srivastava was also appointed in Allahabad High Court related to the Ayodhya title suits. So this is that we do have prior instances related to the appointment of ad hoc judges. Now we'll discuss the prelims MCQ. According to the Supreme Court's 2025 ruling, which of the following is not a guideline for appointing ad hoc judges? Ad hoc judges can only hear criminal appeals. They must be a part of bench led by a sitting High Court judge. Their number cannot exceed 10% of a High Court sanctioned judicial strength. They can be appointed for a fixed tenure of 10 years. So this is very easy one. You can answer into the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask into the comment section. And here the highlight of your discussion is that how ad hoc judges are appointed and who appoints them, and here that what would be the limitation, what would be the duration. So generally they are appointed for a very short period of time, what we can see 2 to 3 years, and there is also provision related to their appointment that their appointment can only happen within 3 months. So because we have to deal here with the pending cases, so that's why there should be quick appointment of ad hoc judges. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.